Another neighborhood here in the Pacific Palisades burned out. Everywhere you look, incinerated by these fires. If there is good news, here it is. The Palisades fire is under control. Now, containment numbers continue to go up, and there are thousands of firefighters that are on the front lines making that happen. All the while, thousands of people who had to leave, evacuate their beautiful neighborhoods that are still awaiting to come back in, and that could take time. But take a look at this journey into Mandeville Canyon with the firefighters and exactly what they're up against. This is Mandeville Canyon and one of the neighborhoods here in the Palisades fire. And what you see behind me are firefighters, hand teams, and it's called fuel suppression. They're basically taking all the vegetation they can and chainsawing it out or ripping it out and getting it to the side so that they can contain and help mitigate any kind of flames that may go up because of all this heavy vegetation.
There's no real active fire on this Palisades fire right now. There's no large column of smoke. There's no, neighborhoods threatened. The work that's being done on the fire right now is about putting out hot spots, finding these small smokers, and maybe in the neighborhoods where homes have burned, or also on the hillsides where there may still be smoking vegetation. And then there's also doing a lot of work in anticipation of the fact that if fire returned to some of these unburned neighborhoods. So clearing of fuel and getting some of this brush and stuff cleared away.
Now, behind many of these homes are hillsides with a lot of vegetation, and what these hand crews are doing is using techniques as they go up into these hills. This is called fuel reduction. What they are trying to do is remove the vegetation. It is not easy work. They are going up with chainsaws and axes and doing the best they can in an assembly line as they chainsaw all these trees and these vegetations out. Then what they do is they pass it down the hill and the mountainside, and then they drag it to the front of these houses, as you see here right now, and you hear the chainsaw in the back. This is called coordinated effort. It is difficult work. It's dirty. There is a lot of dust in the air, and thankfully right now all around here there is no raging fires, and that's the key, that they can get this work done and hopefully get these neighborhoods reopened up at some point in the coming days.
I was up in the Palisades neighborhood yesterday where, street after street after street, homes are burned down, but there's trees down across these roads. There's power lines down still. There's, gas lines that the gas company has to go house to house to house and shut off the gas line. Even if the house is burned to the ground, they have to make sure the gas is off that house. The water company, the electric company. So there's a whole lot of hazard mitigation. There's hazmat teams that are going through looking to see, car batteries or propane tanks or pool chemicals or any hazardous materials that may exist. They have to mitigate all of that before we can allow people back into these neighborhoods.
Hard work for those first responders on the front lines. They've already controlled the fire, as we heard. Now it is about the containment and Santa Ana winds that may increase again next week, and residents that are so frustrated with the situation that they cannot come back in. But you heard the amount of hazards that officials are up against are just extraordinary, and they don't want another disaster on top of what already occurred. Death count continues to rise, historic fires, and a situation here in Southern California that will forever change the way fires are fought, insurance is bought, and lives are built. I'm Robert Ray for Fox Weather in Los Angeles County.